Hey, what's up, everybody? I am Pudgy Boy, and today we're going to be talking about this. This is the Jungle Temple, if I remember correctly. And before we get into this, make sure everybody likes and subscribes. I'll give you a chance. Did you get it done? Cool. Anyways, let's get right into this because we're going to straight up talk mess about this build. Because honestly, this is personally probably one of my least favorite builds in the entire game. And not just because of how boring it is. I mean, it's literally made out of three different things: mossy cobblestone, cobblestone, and I believe mossy cobblestone or cobblestone stairs. Which is fine. You can make that look cool, but this thing just lacks detail, depth. It it's boring and lazy. Okay, well, boring. It's more on the boring side than lazy. I can tell a lot of thought was put into this when it was designed and created, and that's cool. This is probably one of the cooler builds, but the execution is what I would consider. I mean, as you can see, outdated. There's two traps, I believe. There's one there and one here, and they might get you once, maybe twice. See, as you can. Oh, yeah, they might get you once or twice, which is cool, which is unique. There aren't that many structures that actually have traps on them. And this is a nice, cool way to show you how redstone works. I know the ancient city has those rooms, but honestly, those are very, 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 very lackluster compared to this, because this actually shows you a little bit of redstone mechanics. Well, there's a trip hook here. Anyways, what I'm trying to get at is this build is great. It's unique. It just needs a little bit of love, a little bit of work. As we all know, whenever you trigger one of these trip hooks, the dispenser down here will shoot out arrows at the player. Same with this one, as you can see, and that gets you some loot. With the loot is not bad, but it's not something that you're gonna want to go out of your way to seek and find. Because as you can see, we've got some gold, a couple of iron ingots, some emeralds, even some rotten flesh, which is fine. However, I've noticed a lot of loot tables in Minecraft include similar amounts of the same thing. But anyways, we all know there is also a quote unquote hidden chest behind these little levers. And then I remember, if you solve like the puzzle, which I mean, personally, I don't remember exactly what it is, but if you solve the puzzle, you come back here and boom, there's some more loot. And this is actually a decent grab for this build. Two diamonds, some bamboo, a saddle, and as we all know, saddles you can't craft them, so saddles are always good to have. Diamonds, always good to have some extra diamonds. However, what this leaves us with is a very, very empty pit of, okay, that was cool, but that's it. You get what I mean? I just want a little creativity, and this build here doesn't need much. It doesn't need much added on to it. It just needs to be. It rains a lot on this world, I've noticed. It just needs a little bit of love, a little bit of tweaking, a little bit of, what's the word I'm looking for? It needs to be modernized. It needs to fit into the structure of the way Minecraft is today. And that's where we come in, because we've actually decided to completely rebuild the jungle temples ourselves. And as you can see, ours is a little bigger. I mean, hell, I couldn't help but laugh a little bit when comparing. And you'll notice that a lot of our builds do go bigger. And that is just to make it feel like someone actually sat there and built this. If Minecraft is going to keep giving us lore, they need to upgrade their builds, because this uses almost all of the same blocks, just with a couple of new ones. Anyways, I'm sure you're all looking forward to getting inside, so let's go ahead and hop in here. As you can see, we've got multiple different paths, and this should have been patched earlier. Anyways, we've got different paths. We've got one, two, three, four, five. And each one of these paths has their own different trap. Now let's just get straight into these. Okay, so this first one here is pretty obvious. I mean, you're not going to fall for it, really, and that's fine for this first one, because what I'm going to actually show you as soon as I find a bucket of milk. This is the lighting that we're giving you in this build. There are no torches. There aren't any. And much like the actual temple itself, it's pretty dark. I mean, we've got a little bit of light bleeding in right here, but that's fine. Anyways, this first part here, who's gonna fall for that? No one's gonna fall for that, and that's fine. But you go down here, and we gotta get through the wall. Boom. That's one trap. That's trap number one. And actually, what I'll go ahead and do for you guys is drink this, just so you guys can see on the video a little better. All that this was simple observers with some redstone and pistons. That's all that this build here. That's all that this trap consists of, and obviously some magma blocks. But that's trap number one. And trap number two is a little different. As you can see, there's a whole wall. There's not even a hallway here. But what is it? You break these, boom. 2 dispensers at the end of the hallway, shooting out fire charges. Again, it's something simple. This is a simple redstone setup, and actually a lot of people that I know personally don't even know what observers are used for. So this is an excellent way to show the player how to use a little bit of redstone. We will get to this pit here in a few minutes, but this pit does serve some importance. And as you can see here, I will not be attempting this until the very end, but we have a TNT trap with a little bit of parkour. And as you can see, each TNT has a pressure plate, so if you fall, step on one, boom. It's simple yet effective. And you're all already saying that, well, we're going to go in with blocks, we'll be prepared, we'll just build across, and that's fine. I think Mojang has a big issue with updating builds in game that naturally spawn, because what's the point? In a game where you can build and destroy almost anything you want, why would structures need to have anything intricate, anything trap-like? I understand that, but it makes your game boring. It makes your game feel dead in a game that needs to have some life put into it. And I know I keep saying that in every video, but really, this game needs a breath of life. Not even in the fact that it's bad, just in the fact that it'd be good. Anyways, we're going to get to this last trap here. As you can see, about halfway down the hall, there's some blocks, so we're going to go ahead and break those. And there's another, and then behind you's lava. Again, another very, very, very simple trap to set up. Anybody could set it up. I'm not a redstone genius. This is the most intricate redstone that I've ever worked with in my time in playing Minecraft. Anyways, let's go ahead and get rid of this. Bop bop. And I'm sure quite a few of you can hear the next part of the build, which we'll get to in just a moment. Let's get to this pit here. So what's in this pit? So there's a big pit of lava here, and if you build across, there's a little, well, it's kind of a trap, but at the same time it isn't. It's kind of, if you don't feel like doing any of these, even trying to build around them, that's fine. Just come on through and just go ahead, just as you can see here, just go ahead on through and just build across. That's fine. We get it. That the point of this game is to destroy, build, create whatever you want. Do it. That's fine. Not everyone is gonna go through and attempt these. Hell, no one might even. And that is okay. And let me just let you guys get a glimpse on. This is how the lighting is gonna be for the build. See, we've got a couple of candles lit up. We've got a chest down there. Let's get into this loot. As you can see, we've got a nice skeleton spawner here guarding the loot. We've got a nice little room here. And I'm sure you've all already seen, we've got some nice armor over here on some armor stands. I feel like armor stands go underused in the game. A lot of builds could use them with just a little bit of armor on it. I'm not even asking for all these to have diamond gear on them. Just some basic armor, like as you can see. If I could grab the chest plate, this just has a little bit of protection on it. We've got a diamond helmet. We've got an axe, an enchanted axe. It's just simple things that you can get early on in the game that I feel like we should be able to just find sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, let's say you got lucky and you find one of these. Boom, you've got a chance at some enchanted gear. Well, let's get on to this room here. So what's in this room? I'm sure you can already tell there might be a trap, and you'd be correct. Boom. What is this? A dispenser throwing splash potions of harming. Again, something simple yet effective. Again, no one's probably going to get tricked by these. That's fine. It's just the novelty that, oh my gosh, someone took the time to set that up. Anyways, what's in this chest? We got a potion of night vision to help you out. We've got some arrows of harming, a carrot on a stick, a potion of fire res, which that is important to this, and I'll get to that in a moment. You've got a saddle, some horse armor, a lead, and a spyglass. You know, the loot's not the best, and not every build needs to have diamond and netherite gear given out to you. Some of these just need to assist you. And that's where this chest comes in. You can see we've got some gold, we've got some iron, we've got some ender pearls, some diamonds. We've got a bow, an enchanted bow with power 1, another sword with sharpness 2. You know, there's a lot of things in this chest that are really good that the game shouldn't just give you early on, but should definitely make it possible to get early on. You know, and I know the last update, the last mob that we had, I think his name was the Rascal or something. You know, there was a chance of finding him 3 times, and then he would give you an enchanted piece of gear, which is cool on paper, but implementing something like that in the game, I feel it would have been boring to add the Rascal. And anyways, I'm getting off topic. We'll talk about the mobs another day, but I'm just gonna let you guys keep staring at this build here, because we're actually not done. Like I said, the Potion of Fire Resistance has some use to it, and a lot of you might be thinking, well, what exactly is it? Well, let's go ahead and show you. So if you get the Potion of Fire Res and you're brave enough, you can come on down here into the lava pit, and you can see there is one thing different on this pattern, and that's these 2 pieces of glass right here. So we're going to go ahead and break them. Boom. A little secret area underneath the floor. Now, what's back here? Let's see. You go all the way back here. There's one chest. It's a trap chest, but it's got one single totem of undying in it. I would love... The thing that I love about some of the builds in Minecraft is that there's a chance of you getting certain things. There's a chance of an in-ship spawning. There's a chance in, you know, the woodland mansions. There's a chance that you could find a diamond block. Those are just a unique thing that that would make these builds more worth at least checking out. You get what I mean? Imagine having a chance of getting a guaranteed Totem of Undying in one of these. That would make these so much more worth exploring, even late game, because you can never have enough Totems of Undying. Even on hardcore worlds, you're gonna break a couple of those. But anyways, as you guys can see, it's raining again. But anyways, I hope everybody kind of liked this build. This build took probably 6 hours to do, because we do everything by hand here. We're not doing any commands to assist us. Everything is being done block by block, piece by piece. So I really hope that everyone's enjoying these. And you know what? As a treat, I will give this TNT trap one shot. I will give this TNT trap a shot as long as you subscribe. I'll give you a moment. Did you subscribe? Good. Okay. I'm going to try this TNT trap just once. 1 jump. 2 jump. 3. Oh, shit.